Hello, Bacha Party. A very warm welcome to all the amazing people out there. This is Bhavna, your master teacher of physics at grade 9 and 10, welcoming you all to yet another session of the topic graphs of motion. Now, if you are thinking, are we done already with everything before it? Yes, and even we had a week quiz that if you have missed, you shouldn't and should see the session that was before this. So, people, welcoming you all. Tell me quickly, how are you people doing? Good, great, super, awesome, fabulous, or pentabulous. If you guys are doing, give me a yo in the chat and say a hi with hitting the like button so that I know you have marked your attendance. Welcome all. What's up, people? How's everybody doing? Hello, Rudrani. Anyone from Vedantu Pro? Rudrani is definitely from there. She just attended my session and she's now here. Very cool to see you here. Hello, Swati. Hey, Shruti. Hello, Army Forever. So, this is BTS Army. I can check. Unlock the wave chat. Abhi aate hi Rudrani. Wait up. First join the wave na. Let's everyone join in. Hey Shravya. How you doing, girl? Hey Shruti. Hello. A very warm welcome. Hi Vedika. Good evening to all my beautiful people. Do not forget to mark your attendance, right? Yes. So people, what is it and that we are going to do today? So today, we are going to move to the next part of this chapter, which is graphs of motion. But uske pehle we are quickly going to do the recap as we always do. So, if you want me to unlock the chat first, everybody should be in the wave session. Make sure first you mark your attendance on YouTube by hitting the like button and then only join the wave session. How to join the wave session? Super easy it is. Go to the description of this video. The very first link will be there, and by clicking on that link, you can be in the session directly. Okay, I'll open the chat in a minute, but before that, let's just have a quick recap of what we have done till now. So students, we were moving together thoda sa slow because slow and steady wins the race, as we call it. We know that we are doing everything slow. That what is motion? By the way, what is motion? What is motion? Who can tell me what is motion? Quickly join in the session, hitting the like button, and then okay. Yours name is Jolly at Wave. Okay, baby. Hi, Anum. कैसे बच्चे? हेलो मीरा मैम, इस सेशन में रेट पॉसिबल है क्या? नहीं है बेटा वेदिका, मैंने चेक कर लिया. अगर होता तो मैं कर लेती. छोड़ती मैं तुम्हें वरना बिल्कुल नहीं छोड़ती. अरे movement of an object with respect to surrounding, and so when a body changes its position, movement से better word अनुम हो जाएगा change in position, right? Good evening, Anjali. Very good, Shravya. It is the change in position of an object with time and with respect to the ये reference point लिख दिया है श्रव्या ने, but that is reference point. Google sometimes does this with us. Super good, bacha party. So that's super good. You guys know what is motion. A body is said to be in motion when it changes its position. So the keywords are very important. What with respect? With respect to two quantities. One is time and the other is the surrounding, which we refer as the reference point. This is the very basis of it. ठीक है, ये कहानी की शुरुआत है. This is the plot of the story. So if you are saying motion, मैंने शुरू में बोला था motion is a very interesting. It's like a Hindi Bollywood Hindi drama, hit Hindi drama, जैसे K3G. Like everybody know it's such a cliche, but it is still a hit movie. So it has all the thing that a hit movie, like a Bollywood hit movie has, all the concepts like there. There is lots of concept, lots of diagrams, and lots of favorite things of our numericals. So we have to be going very nicely with this chapter. So the plot is set. What is motion? The next thing is to know the characters of the movie. So who all are the characters of the movie here? The characters of the movie are the distance, the displacement, the speed, the velocity. These are brothers from another mother. These are sisters from another mother. And as you know, they all are a big happy family because distance is married to speed. Displacement is married to velocity. Now quickly tell me how many kids they have. कितने बच्चे हैं लोगों के? Yes Anum, please बोलो बच्चे. नहीं होता रुद्रानी. Yes. कितने बच्चे हैं? बकरा एंड बकरी, लॉट्स ऑफ बच्चे. नहीं यार, कोडिंग विद गार्गी. बकरा बकरी तो आप हो बच्चे, उनके कितने बच्चे हैं? समृद्धि नोज मैम 4 किड्स. 4 बच्चे उनके, 4 है ना? 4 है. आई एम सो सॉरी अनुम, आई वाज कॉलिंग यू एज अ गर्ल ओनली. हु रेफर्ड टू यू एज अ गाय? 4 kids, and out of those 4 kids, average is the one जो नॉन यूनिफॉर्म को यूनिफॉर्म कर देता है. What is the formula of average speed? What is the formula of average speed? सौतेले नहीं है अनुम. हे भगवान, हु सेड सौतेले है बच्चे? डिस्टेंस और स्पीड के अपने हैं और डिस्प्लेसमेंट और वेलोसिटी के अपने हैं, तो दे आर कजन्स, दे आर नॉट सौतेले. Don't do that. Yes, Samriddhi, it is Tiddu upon Titto. So बहुत सारे, जैसे मेरा घर का नाम गुड़िया है. It might be you guys have some names like Bittu, Tittu, Kalu. I know there are people who even called Kalu. Even I have a cousin named Kalu. कितना बुरा है उसके साथ बताती हूँ. It is so bad that he is now a father of a 10-year-old kid. But we still call him Kalu because that is how we remember. So we always remember people by their nicknames rather than their real names. So tell me your nicknames in the chat if possible. I would love to know that. Anum ka naam hai Attu. Attu. Your name is Attu. Is it? So Tiddu is nothing, total distance, and Tittu is nothing but total time. Super good. वेरी गुड. अच्छा, छोटी, श्रुतिका छोटी है. रुद्रानी इज कॉल्ड खुशी. यार ये तो बहुत डिसेंट नाम है यार. तुम लोग 90s में पैदा नहीं हुए. इफ यू गाइज वुड हैव बीन 90s किड ना, यू वुड बी रियली लुकिंग एट योर पेरेंट्स की वाई यू डिड दिस टू मी. गुड़िया इज ऑल्सो फाइन, ठीक है, चलता है. माई ब्रदर इज कॉल्ड बाबू, बट कालू कालू इट्स सो बैड, right? Nibu, you are Nibu. Okay, superb. Very nice, very nice. So yours is Jolly Samriddhi. Super nice to know. मेरा तूफान मेल भी था जब मैं छोटी थी, तो I always used to go here and there and everybody used to call me तूफान मेल as well. Pappu Samriddhi, yeah, Pappu. That's why the song was made. Pappu can't dance, ala tick 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 tick. Because people had such nicknames. Now though you have such fancy nicknames as well. Okay, let's go forward. Then in the last class we also talked about acceleration, and acceleration is like the big brother of all these: distance, displacement, speed, velocity. ये फूफा जी हमारे. Actually acceleration, A stands for Ananya sir, A stands for acceleration, and acceleration फूफा जी है. Why फूफा जी? ये वही वाले फूफा जी है who actually make out mistakes or find mistakes from everywhere. शादी में जाएंगे और बोलेंगे ये समोसे में आलू गरम नहीं है, ये जो कोल्ड ड्रिंक है ये ठंडी नहीं है, राइट? वो जो अभी रुद्रानी को भी मैंने यही बताया था क्लास में, वो जो लड़की ने पहनी है ना ड्रेस अच्छी नहीं है. So फूफा जी is acceleration. That is our Ananya sir, who is the big bro. And what is the formula of acceleration? It is given by final velocity minus initial velocity upon t. So we have got to know all the characters of the movie, and now the twist time is here. What is the twist? We are going to put all these characters onto a graph sheet. Graph? How can we do that? Can we actually place a graph near the tire of my father's car and see how the motion is happening? Ideally, no. But graphs are going to be the turning point of this chapter, the turning point of our movie, because everything changes after this. So let's see what are these, but not so soon. You guys forgot, I didn't. Don't you want to play the knowledge hood? Bollywood kebab, knowledge hood. Quickly tell me. Quickly tell me, bache. Yes. Ha, Shravya, it's easy, na? Shra, hey Shra, come here. Okay. Anjali knows. Ananya sir is Fufa ji, right? Yes, people. Quickly tell me what is this word here written in front of you. Quick. Obviously different है. तुम्हें रुद्रानी same थोड़े ना दे देंगे. Yes, people. Tell me. What is this word? What is this word? What is this word? I am looking at both sides. Okay, people are guessing T. T is not there. Vedika को पकड़ के पीटो. Hi Swati. D. D is also not there. Very good. Yes, G is there. A is not the word. G is there. D is not there. R is there. Obviously यार अनन्या, obviously मैम, ये तो बहुत easy हो गया. तो ग्राफ है, right? This is the graph. W, very good. Priyanshu, love you for that. T कट चुका है, W कट चुका है. जीतने तो दोगे ही नहीं तुम लोग ना, जीतने तो दोगे ही नहीं. शर्म तो आती ही नहीं है मैम. लो लीनियर ग्राफ. पोपट लाल, एक और करो. Let me try one more. I know you guys are going to get it, but still let me try one more. What is this word? What is this word, people? एक ही चांस मिलेगा. One chance. One chance you will get. तेजू, तान्या, no बेटा, done. Only one chance. Place गलत. वेदिका को पीटो. Place गलत. रुद्रानी का भी गलत. Very good. अरे यार, कमल, I am not seeing the chat. I am not seeing the chat. That's the benefit of being at two places, right? Yes. अच्छा, मतलब मैंने कमल का नहीं देखा तो प्रियांशु, निधि, श्रुति सब चालू हो गए. Yes, Shravya, it is slow. यार, you guys are bad, but I win. मैंने बोला था एक चांस मिलेगा. Okay, Aditya, that's so sweet of you, बच्चे. Let's start with our session with today's class of graphs. But in the last class, we had an amazing week quiz. I had thoroughly enjoyed that quiz, and I'm sure that you guys also learned with the revision of all the parameters of motion. And I've left a homework question. How many people have done this? How many people have done this homework question? सच्ची सच्ची बताना है. Yes, अंजलि. है ना, हमारे सेशन में भी 2 किया था. अंजलि was absent. नहीं, I didn't do. आरोही, very proud of you. मैम, कल का होमवर्क रह गया, वरना I do हमेशा. Right, श्रव्या, I know you do. So रहना नहीं चाहिए, सब भूल गए, तो let's do it together. It's given the maximum speed of train is 90 kmph. So maximum speed is this. We have to find the average. It takes 10 hours to cover a journey of this. So time is given as 10 hours, right? The distance is given to be 500 kilometer. Find the ratio of the average to the maximum speed. Now V max is known to be what? 90 kmph. But I have to find what? What is the ratio of V average and V max? How to go about this? First we have to find V average. कौन सा formula use करेंगे? Tiddu upon Tiddu. So 500 upon 10, which is going to be 50 kilometer per hour, is my V average. This is my V average. So to figure out this one, the ratio, simply we have to divide 50 upon 90. बहुत ही सिंपल सा क्वेश्चन था, वेरी इजी इट वाज, बट नहीं करा मैम, भूल गए. अश्विनी ने बोला मैम मैंने करा. वेरी गुड अश्विनी, proud of you. So today my homework rockers are Sarojini and Anivesha. So this is what, if you guys keep on doing, be the consistent person, you will definitely be my homework rockers. And for my homework rockers, balloons. रुद्रानी, आपका कमेंट लेट आया होगा बच्चे, जस्ट सेशन खत्म होते ही होमवर्क क्वेश्चन करना है, ठीक है? तो आज मैं ऐसा थोड़ा ट्विस्ट करती हूँ, आपको होमवर्क क्वेश्चन पहले ही दिखा देती हूँ. व्हाट से? सो नेक्स्ट टाइम मेक श्योर दैट योर होमवर्क डन like prior to anyone. So जैसे ही सेशन खत्म होगा, only then the first comment and the second comment will be the homework rockers. So today's question, find the slope of the line of the graph. Now ये थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट है, नहीं, आज का सेशन पढ़ने के बाद this becomes super easy. So let's start with the class with graphs of motion. Ready? Ready? Give me a thumbs up. Ready? Yes, Priyanshu, you guys are. आते हैं हम दो, देते हैं आंसर. ठीक है बच्चे, प्रियांशु. So everyone, your chat is going off for 30 there. Listen to me for some time and then I'll put your chat on. ठीक है? तब तक YouTube पे chat on है. Don't worry about it. Hi Deepika बच्चे, good evening. Oh my God, such a cute dog he is. But what he is looking at? He is looking at what are graphs. ठीक है? ग्राफ्स क्या होते हैं? इसको बीमारी हो गई है, बेचारा बहुत बीमार हो गया मेरा छोटा सा डॉगी. कितना क्यूट है ये डॉगी. किसने डाला? मैंने तो नहीं डाला था, बट दिस डॉग लुक सुपर क्यूट यार. चलो ठीक है, लेट्स स्टार्ट विद आवर क्लास विद अंडरस्टैंडिंग इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ ग्राफ्स. ठीक है, नाउ टॉकिंग अबाउट ग्राफ्स बच्चा पार्टी. सबसे पहले व्हाट इज अ ग्राफ? ठीक है, नाउ वी गाइज ऑल ऑफ अस माइट हैव सीन अ ग्राफ एटलीस्ट in our practical files, in our maths notebooks, practical files में तो this is at the back with a green paper on what we see lots of lines, tick 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 like this इतनी सारी lines होती है कि we get confused, what is this happening? But आज हमें समझना है कि हाउ ग्राफ्स कैन बी वेरी हेल्पफुल टू अस इन अंडरस्टैंडिंग मोशन. So let's start by understanding what is a graph. So talking about a graph, it is nothing more than the pictorial representation of data. Now what do you mean by this? ठीक है, बहुत बड़ा बड़ा वर्ड लिख दिया. It is pictorial representation of data. Now what is this? We all know today is IPL का मैच. कितने लोगों को पता है आज IPL है? किसके किसके बीच में IPL? Which two teams have IPL today? That's a dog, बच्चे. That's a dog. Vedika, that's a dog. What is? Which two teams have the IPL? See, रुद्रानी को सबसे पहले पता है. मैम हमें पता है, आप क्यों टेंशन ले रहे हो? So today we have a match between RCB and RR. Rajasthan Royals and Royal Challengers Bangalore. Now who will you support? पहले तो ये बताओ. Who will you support? Let's see. कौन किसके साथ है? कौन किसकी टीम में है? Who will you support? RCB और RR? RCB और RR? कोई आती प्रियांशु बता दिया है. So I can see RCB fans are totally die-hard. Though it was very what do you say? A lucky thing that RCB actually went there. But it's great that you guys are supporting them. अब अगर मानो मैच इज ऑन, आरआर और आरसीबी बीच में चल रहा है, रन रेट इज गोइंग ऑन, तो यहाँ पर चेंज कर देते हैं ना, साउथ अफ्रीका और श्रीलंका हटा देते हैं. लेट्स पुट आरसीबी एंड आरआर. ठीक है. नाउ लेट्स से आरसीबी प्लेज फर्स्ट and in a 50 hour, though we know it's a 20 hour match, let's say in total 50 hours, RCB is playing at a run rate of 6, so 50 into 6, around 300 is the score. ठीक है. Then comes the RR. RR is playing and ऊपर नीचे बहुत मजा आ रहा है. क्या स्कोर जा रहा है? 10 रन पर आर आ रहे हैं. सुपर ग्रेट. सो आउट ऑफ दीज, whom will you predict that will win? Now if I give you this, don't pick a choice कि मेरे को तो ये पसंद है. Pick the team now do you think that will win. Looking at this graph, what is this? This is a graph. A graph is nothing but a comparison between two different teams. यहाँ पर with a graph I can tell you simply कि RCB ने कितना स्कोर किया, approximately 300, because the total run rate with 6, it has reached 50 hours, so around 300 इसने स्कोर किया. My RR is moving super great with 10 की run rate within 20 hours, but those dots are showing me what? The fall of wicket. So though RCB had fall of wicket at different points, RR की wicket ज़्यादा गिर गई है. So यहाँ पर if we have to pick a choice, definitely RR seems to be in a better position. So what is this? This is actually, अगर मैं किसी को बोलूँ कि tell me, अभी तुमने मैच देखा, die-hard fans will always go with their team. But if you look at analytics, if you looked at the data, you will say कि यार RR have a good chance because they are scoring very good. If they don't lose all the wickets, they might win the match even before 50 hours. This is the help of a graph. This is what the graph does for us. It helps us to read data conveniently. If I would have given the same thing on a sheet of paper, if I would have given a same thing in tables, you would say कि मैं मैच नहीं देखूंगा, मुझे मैच enjoy करने दो, I'm not here to do the maths. Line graphs are a way to help us to read or understand or contemplate or perceive the data in a better or easier format. Now graphs are only line? The answer is no. There could be bar graphs. Now where bar graphs can help? Even in the similar kind, the bar graphs can come handy. कैसे? Let's say अगर मैं एक ग्राफ बनाऊँ between RCB and RR, and I just start comparing कि ये number of hours है, this is the number of runs, ठीक है? And I make graphs like this, and I tell you that one of the graphs shows me RR and one of the graphs shows me RCB. What is this? कि first hour, second hour, third hour में क्या क्या स्कोर था? फर्स्ट में RCB लो था, RR ऊपर था. सेकेंड में दोनों was same. थर्ड में again RR scored better than RCB. So this kind of a graph which you are looking at is actually an example of a bar graph. So bar graphs क्या करता है? We can use the comparison that, let's say if I ask you what is your favorite color. So out of all of you, 8 people went for red. 7 people went for blue, right? 7 people went for blue. Green के लिए around 5 people went. येलो के लिए अराउंड 9 पीपल वेंट, पिंक के लिए अराउंड 6 पीपल वेंट. अगर ब्लैक होता तो आई वुड हैव चूजन दैट, सो ब्लैक मेरे लिए है 1. So talking all this, everything can be shown on a graph with easy contemplation of data. Graphs are of various type, talking about line graph, bar graph, even pie charts are graph. So if I just ask कौन सी मूवी आपकी फेवरेट है? अभी सबकी चल रही है पुष्पा, झुकेगा नहीं, और KGF. I don't know the tagline of KGF. Do you know the tagline of KGF? बच्चे, I am not a supporter of any team this time. I am not following IPL thoroughly, so I can't say that. KGF का डायलॉग क्या है? What is the key line? Because पुष्पा का मुझे पता है, झुकेगा नहीं, अपन झुकेगा नहीं, पुष्पा समझ के फ्लावर समझी क्या? वायलेंस वायलेंस, दैट इज द डायलॉग. मैम सबसे भारी जोरी है. आई डोंट नो ऑल दिस बच्चे, मेरे को बिल्कुल नहीं पता इसका डायलॉग. सो इफ आई जस्ट आस्क यू डिफरेंट मूवीज दैट विच इज योर फेवरेट मूवी, यू कैन ऑलवेज शो इट ऑन अ पाई चार्ट, राइट? लाइक आई लाइक कॉमेडी, आई लाइक एक्शन, I like science fiction, so I'll go with this 20%. If it is asked to me, drama, my goodness, even I can go with drama. I'm a Bollywood person totally. Or romance, my goodness, यार सारी जगह मुझे डाल दो. I'm everywhere. So talking about pie charts, they give us another form of graph to understand or contemplate data, or to put it in a easier or readable manner. So graphs in themselves are multiple uses. First of all, they quickly show the information. Without going into the table or the maths, I can tell what the graph is telling me. They can highlight कि okay data यहाँ पे ऊपर, जैसे कहाँ विकेट गिरी, I can totally tell कि okay 10th hour में एक विकेट गिरी. I can tell RCB lost its wicket at the end point, tail enders ने अपने tail enders, sorry, the ending hours had lost the wickets. It tell me everything and I can compare information very conveniently. सो ग्राफ्स आर वेरी हैंडी. पहले तो हम ग्राफ्स को अप्रिशिएट कर रहे थे, तो तालियां हो जाए ग्राफ्स के लिए, ठीक है? ग्राफ्स, यू आर वेरी गुड. राइट नाउ द नेक्स्ट थिंग इज व्हाई वी आर एक्चुअली अपलोडिंग फॉर ग्राफ्स. हमारे किस काम के? बिकॉज वी कैन यूज ग्राफ्स टू शो मोशन एज वेल. Though as we started defining graph, it is the pictorial representation of data, but which data? Any data, कुछ भी डाल दे. Let's say I am making a graph, so can I make a graph between my height and your weight? Can I make a graph between the data of my height and your weight? Can I do that? Or my height and your age? So let's say your age between 10, 12, 14, और मेरी height बढ़ रही है 5.5, 5.6, 5.6.5. Will there be a data relating these two? Can I make a graph between these two? The answer will be no, ma'am. मेरी एज से आपकी हाइट का क्या मतलब, या मेरी हाइट से आपके वेट का क्या मतलब? So we cannot make graph between any data. The data which we are actually comparing should be interdependent. So how we are going to make graphs? For that, first understand how do we draw a graph. So for making 2D graphs, there are 3-dimensional graphs possible? Yes, definitely. But making 2D graph, we have two axes. One is x-axis and the other is y-axis. So where these two axes cross each other, what do we call this point? What do we call this point, people? Vedika, z-axis when we talk about a 3-dimensional graph. Nidhi, what? Yes, super good समृद्धि. It is my origin. So x और y जहाँ पे टकरा जाते हैं, so इधर से x चल कर आ रहा था, इधर से y आ रहा था, दोनों ने देखा नहीं, टकरा गए. So wherever they collide, it's called my origin. Now when we talk about origin in a 2-dimensional graph, x and y axis, the origin is at one point. But is the x and y only in the forward direction? No. The x and y are perpendicular lines which are actually forming not one, rather 4 quadrants. This is called coordinate geometry. What is called? Coordinate geometry. So talking about this, x and y are not just 2 half lines, they are complete plus. It's a plus. So ये plus जहाँ पे मिलता है, that point is my origin. X axis is positive in front of the origin and negative on the behind. Y axis is positive above but negative below. And as I told you, you might have seen this as a blue or a green color sheet in your practical file. There are lots of small boxes drawn. So that is for our convenience, but a graph sheet has a peculiar look of such a type with lots of small lines over there. Now talking about our two-dimensional graph. If I have to draw a graph, how to go about it? Let's take it stepwise. Okay? First thing, it has two lines. Let's say I am not making anything negative. So here I have y-axis and this is my x-axis. Right? Now for making the graph, first thing is to choose the two, which is the two axes. So let's say we are talking about motion. We choose the graph for distance and time. Because for motion, distance covered is dependent on time. These are interdependent quantities. We can always make distance on one side and time on another. Now the next step will be what? If I say my distance is in kilometer and my time is in second, will it be a good graph? Will it be a good graph? Yes or no? Yes or no? बच्चे एस चांद और ऑसवाल, यू कैन पिक एनी वन. अभिषेक, इट्स योर चॉइस बच्चे. कोई एक बुक ले लो, बट एनसीईआरटी फर्स्ट. ठीक है? लाइन टेढ़ी है ना. आई एम सॉरी यार प्रियांशु, मार दे मुझे. No, why? Because this shows a very extreme case, such as speed of light, such as a rocket flying. Everything is not a rocket or going at a speed of light. So ये अच्छा unit नहीं है. So what it is? Can I take this as in meter and this as in hour? चलेगा? Will this be a good unit? Will this be a good unit? Tell me. Will this be better? ये भी गलत. Why? Because this time also this is showing as 1 is going meter in an hour. Snail थोड़ी है कि बेचारा 1 मीटर 1 घंटे में कवर करेगा. We cannot take this as well. This is also not a very good scale. So the scale should be in sync. So if I am putting two things on the axes, this should be in comparative sense with the two. So अगर ये मीटर में ये सेकंड में होगा, that is still readable. The next step is to choose a scale. So let's say I choose a scale of my choice according to the data given to me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I choose my distance according to my data again as 10, 20, 30, 40. And can I have 45? The answer is no. You have to have equal division. So this will be 50 only. Now how to find a point? If I draw a point here, what is the coordinate of these points? कौन बताएगा इसके coordinates कौन क्या है? What are the coordinates of these points? Come on, what are the coordinates of these points? People chat. Anum 10. That's it. Right. 19 कहाँ से आ गया? स्वाति 19 कहाँ से आ गया बेबी? It will be 1, 10. We always write for any point the x-axis value first and the y later. What is this point? What is point B? कौन बताएगा? Quickly, let's have a quick rapid fire. कोई बात नहीं स्वाति, बड़े बड़े देशों में छोटी छोटी बातें होती रहती है. This is okay. The first answer Vedika is giving me 2 and 40. चलो बताओ, what is this point? What is C point? Come on quickly. Mannat, how can it be 1 point बच्चे? It has to be x and y both. So this is 5 and 30. What is this point? What is this point? Come on. This is 0, 0. Very good. So ideally we always draw lines and कैसे read करते हैं points को? Let's say I was saying C. So C से एक perpendicular drop करेंगे on the x axis. That will be my x value. C से ही एक perpendicular drop करेंगे on the y axis and that will be my y value. So 5 is the x value and 30 is the y value and we always write x and y. चलो, what is this point? I have not given you any scale. Choose your scale as the simplest. तो scale choose करना बहुत important है because अगर scale ही नहीं given होगा तो कैसे choose करेंगे? So what is this point? 1 and 4? 1 and 4. Yes. So it all depends. अगर मेरा scale different होता, अगर ये 5, 10, 15, 6, 20 होता और ये 30, 40, 50 होता, 60 होता तो ये पॉइंट क्या होता? What this point will be? This point would have changed, right? So at the same graph the scale decides. This would be 5 and 60 for this graph. So that's what is important in a graph. When you draw it, your scale, your unit, everything matters the more, right? Now let's say इधर वाले point का क्या value होगा? Give me the value of this point. What is this point? Come on people, do it on your own. I'm not doing anything. Let me also see. Okay, I know the value. Varshita wrong. Varshita, you made a mistake. Vedika perfectly correct. Shravya perfectly correct. Super good. This will be -4 and -4. Super good. Why? Because we have 4 quadrant defined here. The first quadrant has both the values x and y as positive. The second quadrant has x negative, y positive. Third quadrant has both negative, and the fourth quadrant has the y as negative, x as positive. Right? Cool. Tell me, एक और लगते हैं last, मुझे मजा आ रहा है. Okay, tell me what does this point shows me. Give me the value of this point quickly. Come on people. First one to answer. Vedika got it. Wow, it is 6 and -4. Very good. Shravya, very good. Kamal, very good. Varshita, now you got it. ये 46 मतलब पिटाई होगी तुम्हारी. Yes. अच्छा, what does this point? I'm enjoying it. I'm पता नहीं why I'm enjoying it, but I'm enjoying it. Tell me this point. What is this point? Come on. नहीं एंजेलिना बच्चे, why will I forget you बच्चा? This is x value क्या है? First x value. This is -4 and 7. Super great. तो जो गड़बड़ कर रहे हैं, now you got it. कैसे ठीक करना है बच्चे? This is 5, this is 6, this is 7, this is not 6. कोई बात नहीं आरोही, ठीक है? This is what is it. Now what is graph? Only for fun? नहीं. Only for easy convenient data? No. It also gives me power to predict things. For example, what is that I can predict? So let's say predict करने के लिए we need a new concept called slope. अब ये slope क्या होता है? What is a slope? So let's take a very simple thing. ठीक है? Very very simple thing. We have 2 mountains here. ठीक है? We have 2 mountains here. 1 and 2. ठीक है? इसको अगर थोड़ा confusion हो रहा है तो मैं थोड़ा change कर दूंगी. When I talk about slope, पहली चीज जो मेरे दिमाग में आती है वो आता है एक slide. I love to go on slides. Do you like to go on slides? Yes or no? Bye Angelina. अरे you don't like slides? तो तुम्हें swings अच्छे लगते होंगे, but I love slides. I love slides, मतलब मजा आ जाता है slides पे. But talking about, let's say, talking about slope क्या होता है? What do you mean by slope? Now when I talk about slope, एक चीज तो आती है slide में. If I am going in a garden or a park and I am going on a slide, ज़्यादा मज़ा किस slide पर आता है? The one which is more steep or the one which is less steep? You might have seen that there are 2 different kinds of slide for different children. छोटे बच्चों के लिए छोटी slides होती है, बड़े लोगों के लिए it's like zzz, मज़ा आ जाता है. So what is the difference in between this? What do you mean by steep? The answer is hidden in the word called slope. So let's say Bhavna ma'am wants to go and climb Mount Everest. चलेगा? Bhavna ma'am चली जाए Mount Everest. I would love to go to Mount Everest यार. So let's say Bhavna ma'am wants to summit Mount Everest. ठीक है? So when I went there, they said ऐसे ही थोड़ी ना कोई भी Mount Everest चढ़ जाएगा. पहले छोटे छोटे mountains चढ़ कर आओ. मैंने बोला इसमें ऐसा क्या है? तो उन्होंने बोला इसकी हाइट देखी है? It has more than 8,000 meter की height. So obviously they said that it is very very high. Then they have sent me, so I have to go and climb some other mountain. So मैं गई मनाली में. There is a peak called Friendship Peak, which is not 8,000, only 5,000 meter high. So ideally मेरे दिमाग में आई physics कि if I talk about which one is more in the rise, which one is more in the rise, so what will be the answer? Which one is more in the rice? The rice is more, obviously यार. अरे I would love to go Kamal. बहुत time हो गया. By the way, I have done a course also where I have learnt mountaineering, but I didn't pursue it further. But if you want to, do pursue it. It's a good thing. ठीक है? कुछ भी है ना श्रव्या, कुछ भी मैम. माउंट एवरेस्ट जाओगे. बाय द वे मेरी एक फ्रेंड ने माउंट एवरेस्ट करा है समिट, एंड हर नेम इज ऑल्सो भावना. दैट्स अ वेरी गुड मोटिवेशन आई हैव. Okay, so this is the rice. The rice is definitely high for the Mount Everest. कौन है भैया ये? कौन है 6.25% वाले? But if we look at the run, which has a greater run? बच्चा? किसका run ज़्यादा है? What do you mean by run? That if I talk about Mount Everest, it is one single mountain. But if I talk about Aravallis, you know it is being spread in Haryana, Delhi के outskirts, Rajasthan. Aravallis is too much फैला हुआ, right? So which has a greater run? So talking about, I guess we can see the greater run is of Friendship Peak. Now there is a catch here. What is the catch? Why they have sent me back? कि first go to climb smaller peaks, because they are less sloped. What do you mean by slope? It is a simple definition as rise upon run. So when I talk about slope is nothing कि कौन कितना ऊपर है पर कितना फैला हुआ है. The same example for the slide. If I take a slide which is great in height but it is very near, it will be zzz. But for younger kids, the height is smaller and this version is greater, so that the slope is less. So slope is a concept that we can get from even the graph in which the rise is greater but the run is smaller has less slope, and the one which has rise as greater and run is smaller, the slope will be less. Now what is the meaning that we get from the slope of a graph? The slope of a graph for a particular graph can give me one value. What is it? It has a formula of rise upon run. Rise is y values. So slope is given by y2 minus y1. So anything, यहाँ पर मैं अगर ये point ले लूँ and I take this point, ठीक है, ये a और ये b है. This is x2 y2. This is x1 y1. Then y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1 will be my rise upon run, and depending on what graph I have, the slope can give me many information. Now what do you mean by depending on what graph? There are two types of graph that we are going to study. One is the dt graph and one is the vt graph. So we are going to talk about this and we are going to use the concept to understand what all information we can fetch from here. ठीक है? चलो, let's start with the quiz here, and with that we will end with today's class. You know the homework question already. If you have left the class, come back soon quickly so that we can start with the quiz. This is your homework question, and yes, definitely make sure you're liking the video on YouTube as well. ठीक है? Okay, before you guys are coming back, so I can see there are less people. Before there were many, so अभी सबको आने दो. And let me just tell you one important information. If you guys are not VPro students like Rudrani also knows about everything about VPro because she is a Vedan. If you are not, there is one great opportunity that you guys are missing, and that is what? You are getting a complete 1-year course for physics, chemistry, bio, social studies, English and maths. Everything for whole 1 year only at a cost of 5,000. That is called AI Plight. That has recorded session of your master teacher, but live class teacher doubt solving, PDF of the study material, live quizzes, live assignment and class notes, everything. That's the price for 1 year for all subjects. If you want to go to the best, if you want to know, I want the master teacher to be live, you can go and pick the classic or the plus. Now what is classic? It is for 20,000. Your master teachers will still not be there. It will be recorded. But the answers is कि your class teachers are solving doubt in the class. Plus you get post-class doubt solving on the app. And along with the PDF of the books, you also get the hard copy of the books. The best of कि नहीं मैम मुझे तो मास्टर टीचर ही चाहिए, then you can go with the Pro Plus, where the master teachers will be taking your live class for all subjects for the whole year, along with everything. In doubt class solving, after class doubt solving, PDF of the books, hard copy of the books, you will get in class quizzes, you will get class notes, assignments, you will get everything. Right? So this is something that is right now. Why I am telling you this is important announcement? Because right now if you use, let's say you go with AI Live Lite and the cost is 5,000. If you use my code BA Pro, your cost will go down to 4,500. But this is only till, आज क्या date है? 27, 31st में. मतलब 3 more days. After that, that cost will go to 9,000. आफ्टर डिस्काउंट, दैट मीन्स ये 10,000 हो जाएगा, बट 10,000 के बाद डिस्काउंट पे 9,000 होगा. तो अभी इट इज हाफ द प्राइस, 50% ऑफ है. डू नॉट मिस ऑन दिस. Same goes with your Classic and Plus. So if you're not a pro student, become a pro student as soon as possible. Let's start with the quiz in 3, in 2, in 1. Chat is going off. People, no cheating allowed. Okay. So people, बच्चे micro courses are going to start very very soon. Vedika, don't worry about it. So the point of intersection of two coordinate axes is called what? क्या बोलते हैं जहाँ पे दो एक्सेस मिलती है? जल्दी से बताओ. Very easy question. Very easy question. Very good Shruti. Very good Rodani. Thank you for that bachche. That's so sweet of you. That's what I'm saying. When you really hear it from the students, you will get to know whether it is worth it or not. Right? Hi. Yes. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up. Varshita, Arohi, Shravya, Vedika, Ambika, Jolly, Mrinali, Swati, Pooja and Sakshi. में से Ambika and Pooja. क्या हो गया मेरे बच्चा? 84% people have got it. That is called what? It is called your, क्या बोलते? Region. Wherever both of my axes meet, that's the point everything originate. ठीक है? Next. The horizontal line XOX dash on a Cartesian plane is called what? Arey baba re x 15 seconds. 3, 2, 1 go. Very easy it is. नहीं स्वाति बच्चे 31st May तक है. These prizes are till 31st May. तो अगर आपको आज ही लेना है तो आज ही ले लो. If you are not done this yet, right? So Shravya, Varshita, why wait till the end day? आरोही, मृणाली, स्वाति, जॉली, कमल, अनु, रजन, आदित्य. सुपर गुड. फिर से 83%. क्या बात है? सब लोग यहाँ पे चीटिंग तो नहीं कर रहे ना? Nobody is allowed to do cheating. Let's go to the next question here. The answer is x-axis. Next question, people. No answer peeking. The seat of an employee is 4th place in the second row. ठीक है? Very simple thing. The seat of an employee is 4th place in the second row. What is his coordinate? कर लेंगे हम ये? कोई बात नहीं चित्रा. This is actually a good question. सोच के देखो. A seat of an employee is 4th place in the second row. 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1 go. Easy Vedika. Serious. Is it 4, 2, 2, 4, 3, 5 or 6, 4? 4th place in the second row. 4th place in the second row. Now think about it. Rows and columns have been very confusing to me since my childhood. But is it confusing for you? I don't think so. You guys are very smart. So time is going to get up in 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Ambika, Vedika, Anshika, Shravya, Anu, Marohi, Mrinali, Ashwini, Jolly and Popat. So Ambika, Vedika, Anshika, Anu, Ashwini and Sakshi. 50% of the people have got it. बाकी सबसे हो गया पोपट लाल. है ना वेदिका? इजी था ना? बहुत इजी था ना? Let me show this in your homework question only. 4th place in the second row. So this is my rows. These are my columns. So 4th place in the second row is, what point is this? This is 4 and 2. This is 4 and 2. If you have completed, make sure रुद्रानी खत्म होते ही you are answering. तो next में देखते हैं कि कौन homework question में rock करता है. ठीक है? We will see you in the next class. Take care, bacha party. Thank you very very much. This was super interesting. If you liked it, please make sure you are liking the video, sharing it with your friends, and if you have not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Right? Take care, bacha party. Have a good day and a great week ahead. I'll meet you in the next class. By then, we are going to study the two different types of graphs of motion, distance, time, and velocity time. Bye, bacha party. Oh, leaderboard दिखाना पड़ेगा? दिखाना है? Thank you. दिखाना है? Okay, Rudrani. Let's see the leaderboard. Vedika is topping the chart. Varshita is second, along with Shravya and Anum. Then it's Arohi, Sakshi, Rajan, Kanhaiya, Mrinali, Ambika, Rudrani, Jolly, Swati, Anshika and Jagdi. No worries, bacha party. You guys are amazing. Always keep rocking. Simple. मजे मारो, enjoy करो. Have a good day and a great week ahead.